Hello there. Welcome to my show, COVID-19 update by Heerak for December 9, 2020. Today is World Techno Day. Yeah, you know I like techno music. My best buddy from middle school, Ed Musang, and we used to hit all the cool techno clubs in Berlin, Paris, Nice, France, London, you name it. We hit all these cool techno places in Sydney, Australia, even in San Francisco. Uh, in San Francisco, we went to this really, really cool club, a techno club, and met this girl named Princess Leia. Yeah, that's what she calls herself. I guess that may be her clubbing name. Her first name's Leia, so I guess she's calling herself Princess Leia. She's a socialite from San Francisco, and she's pretty. Like Princess Leia in the movie Star Wars. Um, yeah, I enjoyed meeting her and having fun with her in San Francisco. Do you remember that? And Princess Leia, you know, I'm sure Ed's watching with Karen right now, his wife. Karen used to be a teacher, elementary school teacher in Fairfax County Public Schools for like many years. When Ed was here going to George Washington Law School, and then he worked for U.S. Department of Labor, and now he's went private and making the mega bucks, you know. But yeah, Ed's my best buddy from middle school. We had a lot of fun. We were two dudes, techno dancing away. Um, yeah, it was fun. I like techno dancing. I think some of the coolest techno dancing we had. We had the techno club in Paris. That was really nice. When Ed and we stayed over at Ariel Levy's home. Ariel is a buddy of mine. She's a friend of mine from Hebrew University of Jerusalem. When I went as a Ralph Wallenberg scholar, and her family is like a liberal Jewish family, but she became Orthodox Jew, modern Orthodox Jew on her own. I guess we call that in Hebrew is Vazera Shuvah, Vazera Shuvah, and she yeah, I stayed over at her house, in Paris with Ed, and we had a lot of fun. We wanted to go techno dancing, and Ariel didn't want to go. Party people, you know. So Ed and we just went, techno dancing with a lot of beautiful French ladies, I have to say. But yeah, so we stayed over at Ariel's house, and her brother's nice, and her mother and father are nice too. And then Ariel came over to visit me in America, in Rhode Island when I was at Brown University. And yeah, I took her to the oldest synagogue, running synagogue in the United States, which is a Sephardic synagogue in Rhode Island. And we had a lot of, she stayed with me in my apartment, and we had a lot of fun. Um, and she's a buddy from uh, she's a friend from Hebrew University of Jerusalem, and yeah, I really like Ariel. Hi, Ariel. Yeah, so yeah, I found memories of Ariel. Ariel Levy. I guess she's a Levite, from the tribe of Levi. Her name is Levy. Um, I guess won't be any kind of like Christmas dancing parties like that, or New Year's dance parties this year. Maybe not next year, and maybe not year after that. So techno raves are a thing of the past. At least legal ones. I guess there could be like illegal techno raves, but legal ones are basically a thing of the past. The new reality now. It's COVID-19 America, COVID-19 world. So Good stuff, right? Techno. Yeah, today's World Techno Day. It's Christmas, it's a good time right now, Ed and I, we went on a Princess cruise over Christmas. And one time, Ed, do you remember this? It's worth watching. So we flew out, like, I guess it was Christmas, day after Christmas, December 26th. But we wanted to fly out, and then we missed the connection because of snow. Like the connecting city was snowed out. Oh, it was in North Carolina. So I think it was in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we stayed. I think it was Charlotte, North Carolina. We didn't arrive in time because of the snow. So we missed the boat. So we had, so I think it was U.S. Air flew us to a port city, the next port city, and we met our cruise ship there. And it was, you know, it was actually, I think this one was, we went to several cruises, the dudes, two dudes. Um, I think this was a Christian singles cruise, like, because both of us are single and wanted to find good Christian women to marry. So I thought it would be a good idea to go on a Christian singles cruise. So we went and we're like, two dudes, like college dudes, basically. And we went and they're like all the women in the Christian cruise were like old. They're like for some reason they're all old. And we're like, what the heck, man? We're like, you know. So there was like nobody our age really. Like a lot of the women are really old. And oh yeah, there was one girl who was like our age, but she was like really fat. No offense, I'm sure somebody, she'll find somebody that like that will love her. But Ed and I, we're both superficial, so we saw that she was fat. We weren't going to give her a chance. That sounds so bad. I take it back. I just pretend like you didn't hear it. But yeah, I mean it matters. I mean, there are guys who fall in love with fat girls, and more power to you. But and when you fall in love, the woman looks beautiful. But I just, Ed and I were just not into that. Karen Middleton, Ed's wife, lost like 50 pounds for the wedding. She was, yeah, she looked good. She lost all that weight. Um, I mean, she wasn't fat or anything. I think she was like an average woman, like 100, 150 or 160, like an average woman, and then she lost like 50 pounds or 40 pounds for the wedding. She's like 110. I was like, wow, she looks so good as a 110 person, 110-pound person, you know? Uh, but yeah, so I'm like, yeah, you're so lucky. Everybody was like high fiving and, yeah, you're marrying a model. Oh yeah, Karen looks really good. She's blonde and blue eyes, really pretty. Um, and she looked prettier, when she lost that 40 pounds, Um, yeah, and Ed's blue eyed and blonde hair, so their kids are all blonde hair and blue eyed. Um, yeah, but yeah. Anyway, Ed and I, yeah, we talked, and Ed used to say like, it's kind of interesting what Ed said. He's like, I like exotic women, but I don't like exotic women because they're too exotic. So Ed ended up marrying a girl who looks like him, blonde hair and blue eye. So it's kind of interesting because I guess most white Americans are like that. They want to marry people who look like them, and it's not just white people, right? A lot of Asians, want to marry people who look like them. And Filipinos like to marry Filipinos, Koreans like to marry Koreans, Chinese like to marry Chinese. And it's like that with black people too. Like black people like to marry black people. Hispanics like to marry Hispanics. So I guess, opposites attract is not necessarily true. Because when you look at the marriages, people like to settle down with people who look like them, who think like them. And I guess that makes for a peaceful marriage, right? I mean, there are enough things that you have to fight about as a couple or as a married, family. You don't need to add to that with different religion or. So I can understand that, but I sometimes I like blonde-haired, blue-eyed women. So, you know, if I marry the woman who's like my type, she's going to be blonde and blue-eyed. What can I say? Or redhead and green-eyed, or redhead and blue-eyed is okay too. That's like, like close second. Um, um, but some redhead with green eyes or blue eyes are prettier than like some blondes with blue eyes. So, anyway, yeah, I like to live in a color world. Like I have black, brown eyes, kind of black, brown eyes. You know, so I guess I like what's different, but most Koreans are happy married people they look like. I guess most people are like that. But yeah. Um, yeah, today it's a tragic day, for America because we passed 3,000 COVID-19 deaths in 24 hours. And I am thinking we may even have 5,000 deaths by Friday. So today's Wednesday, and tomorrow's Thursday, and then we have Friday. I think we can pass 5,000 COVID-19 deaths by Friday. Let's see if that happens or not, but it's a possibility. Um, yeah. So yeah, um, yeah, 3,035 people have died. Um, in 24 hours, which is really sad. Um, and so we are at 289,373 deaths. And in terms of cases, we're 15,386,562 cases. Um, yeah, you're seeing photos of me with my, I went to, I'm an executive board member at UCLA as a treasurer, and I've, you know, right now UCLA is suffering from COVID-19. LA, the whole city shut down. Man, what did LA do wrong? You know what I mean? Jeez, it is so many COVID. It's number one. California is number one for COVID-19 cases. What did California do wrong? They should self-reflect from that. But anyway, as you know, I'm an executive board member for UCLA, Alumni Association of Washington D.C. Um, and so, I did a lot of, I helped out UCLA a lot in many different ways. So one of the things I did was like help recruit high school students to UCLA. No, I didn't dress up like a Grim Reaper. It's COVID-19. UCLA is closed. California is closed. So I just wanted to highlight what's going on in California with that Grim Reaper in the center. Triggered. But but what can you say? It's COVID-19 California. Yeah, so you see a lot of students. It was like a packed house. It was at, I think, Keystone Marriott Hotel right by the bridge that goes to Washington, D.C. from Arlington in Roslyn, near the Roslyn Metro Station. And it was good, I was happy to help out, with UCLA. As you know, I was trained as a professional historian at UCLA and also taught at UCLA for undergraduate students. So I'm wearing UCLA colors, yellow jacket with a sky blue dress shirt. Yeah, I've done so much good stuff for UCLA. You know what they say, no good thing goes, what's the saying? I can't remember. But anyway, I like to help out, my alma maters, and as long as you return good with good, good karma comes around to you. You know what I'm saying? Hindus have something that's kind of interesting. This concept called karma. The idea is like if you do good to someone, the good will return to you. If you do bad or evil to someone, evil will return to you. I guess in America we have the saying, what goes around comes around. But in Hinduism, it's part of a religion. The concept that what goes around comes around. Karma. Right now, UCLA in California is experiencing bad karma. What did you do wrong, UCLA? What did you do wrong, Los Angeles? That you're experiencing this bad karma? Yeah, California is number one in the United States for COVID-19 cases. Um, 1,448,987 cases. Death is 20,411. And California is like somewhere all year round. So, it's crazy that a state that's somewhere all year round has so many COVID-19 cases and deaths. And that's the case with Texas too. Look at that. It's somewhere all year round. Um, 1,359,951 cases. And death is at 23,657. Yeah. Florida is number three. And it's summer all year round too. These three states that are summer all year round has the most number of COVID-19 cases right now. 1,083,362. So we have 19,462 deaths. I guess our summer will still be like 1,000 deaths minimum per day in year 2001. So this is not going to go away. COVID-19 is a 365 days a year virus. Remember, it was killing like 1,000 people per day in the summer. So yeah, COVID-19 is not going away at all. Uh, yeah, it's going to continue to kill a lot of people in America every day for 365 days. Yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's not going to go away. It's 365 days a year, a virus. Why is it going to go away? It's not like seasonal, right? And weather has no, weather doesn't dampen it. I mean, geez. Um, but we do have a state that has winter there, Illinois, 812,430 cases and 14,612 deaths. New York, remember how many people died in April? Like 30,000 people died in April, 1 month. Um, the 733,064 cases, 35,183 people have died. So, geez, California is number one for COVID-19 cases. I'm wearing UCLA shirt, hey, UCLA alumni in Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland. Yeah, I see you guys in our events. Karma. Karma. I don't know, Hindus have, have a point, karma, 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 karma. Karma, karma, karma. Karma, karma, karma. Flashback, flashback. Dream, dream, dream. Memories. Flashback, flashback. Dream, dream. Inside a memory. flashback, 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 flashback. Or kind of like karma. It's kind of like karma. You know what I mean? Karma! 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 Oh, karma? You want a karma? You know? Yeah, techno music's great. You know, they say there is justice in the world, and in literature, they have this concept of poetic justice. Poetic justice is like, people who do bad, they get their own just desserts, so to speak, in American saying. People who, go out of their way to mistreat someone who's a righteous person, or what Adina Shulson, she used to call me B'nai Tzedek, because she called me the righteous person. That was my nickname in Israel, B'nai Tzedek, or Ben Tzedek, or Ish Ish Tzedek. But yeah, that's my nickname in Israel because I'm such a good person. But there are always people who are willing to harm a good person. You know what I mean? Why do you think they crucified Jesus Christ? I mean, he's a good person. He's a good guy, but they crucified him on the cross. So, these things happen in history. Karma. 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 But they say, there's fairness in the world, justice in the world. So, yeah, I guess, there's poetic justice. There's this concept. But anyway, California is number one for COVID-19 cases. It's a 365-year summer state, and it's like it has death every day of the year. Pretty bad. It's bad. It's somewhere out there now, basically. I mean, you can swim there if you want. Outdoor jacuzzi. You know, they shut down all the indoor and outdoor restaurants. I think, did they? That's the thing, people think, they can do whatever they want. It's not that simple. Life is not that simple. World is not that simple. Uh, and Hindus have this concept of karma where, if you do bad to someone, that bad will come back and it will, screw you. You know what I'm saying? Karma will screw you over. And you see history and you see it over and over again. Enough to understand that the concept of karma, what goes around comes around, actually exists in history, in humanity. Um, yeah, it's a force, or the force of history. So that's kind of an interesting thing to see and understand, Yeah, I always try to not mistreat anyone unless they mistreat me, then I mistreat them. I'm just kidding, but can I get a 5 on mistreating the people who mistreat you? Can I get a 5? No, no, I'm just kidding. No, maybe not. But I don't believe in the liberal media. That's one thing I do say with certainty and with no joke. I mean, well, what can I say with joke? But still, I mean it when I say I don't believe in the liberal media. you know. But yeah, if people could do whatever they want just because they have money or power, I mean, there wouldn't be justice in the world, would there? There would not be God, right? And the Bible says God is God of justice. And God says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay. So You may be a little guy, being trampled upon by big pharma or mega billionaires or whatever, but there's God, and God's going to revenge you. One of the comfort that Christians have is when they're mistreated, they may pray for the person who mistreat them, but the comfort is that they know that God will avenge them. Vente-moi, vente-moi. I saw it. I saw a movie, Spider-Man, in which language was that? And French, I guess. Um, and they're like, vente-moi, vente-moi. I forget which Spider-Man movie it was, but that's why Christians are always happy, because if people mistreat you, you can pray for them, but God will, avenge you. That's guaranteed. That's promised in the Old Testament and New Testament. Vengeance is mine. I say the Lord, I will repay. You know what I'm saying? That's why Christians are always happy. Have you seen why Christians are so happy at night? Because they believe that God will avenge them. So they're like, okay, one thing off the to-do list. I don't have to take revenge because God's going to take revenge. You know what I mean? So let God handle it. Let God be stressed out about taking the revenge. I'm just going to, be happy. Be happy. Don't worry. That's why Christians are so happy, because they know God's going to take revenge. It's not that they don't think there will be revenge. They leave the revenge up to God. Because Bible promises, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay, revenge. So Christians are like, oh, we'll pray for our enemies because we know God will take the revenge. Karma! Karma! You know what I'm saying? Can I get a 5 on karma? Can I get a 5 on the karma? Yeah, God is good. God is good all the time. God will revenge for you. Oh, perfect timing. Karma. Are you ready for God's vengeance on your behalf? God will take revenge on your behalf, saith the Lord. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing. The Bible says, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. So all Christians believe in the hope and the promise that God will take revenge on behalf of us with his holy angels. That's why Christians are so happy. If you do us wrong, God's going to repay. God's going to take revenge. You know what I'm saying? That's why Christians are so happy. We don't have to worry about taking revenge, because God takes the revenge. Yeah, fool, Heerak Commandant. I don't know if you saw Hogan's Heroes. It's like a TV show from a long time ago. And it's about American prisoners in the Nazi concentration, not a Nazi prisoner camp. And there's like Sergeant Schultz. It's funny. One of the things that they say is like, Jawohl, Herr Kommandant, Jawohl. It's funny. Well, from a long time ago, it's like, 30-minute comedy episode. But you just take a look. I think you enjoy watching it. You know, you may not want to watch it with Jewish friends of yours because they're really sensitive. You may not be able to enjoy it. So watch it with your Gentile friends. But yeah, you know how it is. When you're with sensitive people, it's like you're walking on eggshells. It's no fun. So if you're gonna see Hogan's Heroes, I'm just giving you a warning in advance. Watch it with your Gentile friends, and you can all laugh about things. You don't need a running commentary to impede your laughter and enjoyment of the show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that is so funny. I don't think there's anything to be sensitive about, but I don't think there's anything to be sensitive about the gospel. But, Jews get sensitive about the gospel all the time. Oh, the Matthew says Jews tried to kill Jesus. Yes, it does say that. It's a history. You're going to deny that COVID. COVID-19 exists. You're going to deny that Holocaust happened. You're going to deny history now. I mean, geez, it's just part of history. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? Get over it. It's a text from like 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. Get all hyper and sensitive about it. Yeah, we live in a country that's 330 million Americans, and over 300 million are Christians. So, I mean, geez, nobody really cares what the Jews think. You know what I'm saying? This is America, it's Christian America. 330 million Americans, less than 2% are Jewish. We'll probably have far more than 2% die from COVID. I mean, who cares what they think? You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares in America. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares what you think. Uh, Merry Christmas! As President Donald Trump says, we shall say Merry Christmas again. We shall say Merry Christmas again. you know, I'm like, man, if you don't want to say Merry Christmas to me, I'm not going to say Happy Hanukkah to you. Hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, You don't respect my religion, I don't respect your religion. You know what I'm saying? Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Yeah, we're like, what, 16 days away from Christmas. Wow, can you believe it? And we have like 3,035 people dying from COVID every day. Kind of sucks. Um, New York is number 5 in COVID-19 cases. So 733,064 people have COVID, and 35,183 people have died from COVID. Yeah, it's bad, bad. I'm predicting like New York will have 1 million deaths. It's gonna go up to number 1 again, because it's like everybody's so crowded and living like a sardine, in New York. So a lot of people are gonna die. Wherever you're living like a sardine, like in cities, there's just gonna be a lot of deaths. What can you say, right? Yeah, it's sad. Um, yeah. So, today's article headline is California is getting worse. It's just a fact. I'm just stating a fact here. Don't get all bent out of shape and sensitive and offended. I'm geez. I mean, if you have to apologize for every time people get sensitive and offended, national productivity is cut short. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. People get offended for all kinds of different reasons. Live with it. It's life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So California is getting worse. The first article is California has its most coronavirus death in a single day as cases, hospitalizations continue to surge. It's really sad what's happening in California. It's by Luke Money and Company in LA Times from today. More Californians died of COVID-19 on Tuesday, that's yesterday, today's Wednesday, than any other day. So death is spiking, and we haven't even reached the official winter season yet. I mean, California is summer all year round, but still. Um, yeah, this thing's COVID-19 is not going to go away. It's going to be here probably like 10 years from now. So get your mask is your best buddy. You're going to have to wear that every day until you die. Hopefully not die of COVID, but, maybe. More Californians died of COVID-19 on Tuesday than any other day, the latest milestone in an accelerating pandemic that is infecting and hospitalizing residents at levels far eclipsing anything before. Far eclipsing, not my words, it's the words of the journalist. Tuesday's death toll, 219, just in one state. If every state has like 200 deaths, we have 10,000 deaths per day. It's out the previous single day high of 214, which was reported on July 31st in the summertime. Yes, in the summer. So this is why it's a 365 days a year. virus. This is why COVID-19 is never going away. So if you're like freshman at UCLA now, this will be there when you graduate from UCLA. You're probably going to be online for all 4 years. Um, it's what it is, You're used to it, you adapt to quick thing. Say, what are you gonna do? Like walk around and get all depressed and like die, wither and die? COVID-19 is a new reality. This is here permanently now, maybe forever, but certainly for years to come. What are you gonna do? Like, you know, go into fetal position and wither away? You know what I'm saying? Celebrate life. Geez, life goes through different places. There are people in the world who live in abject poverty, making less than $1 a day, and they find joy and happiness in Christ, in family. Um, yeah, yes, of course, COVID-19 uh, is inconvenient, it does a lot of things that you don't want, but you can find joy in Christ, in your family. Um, you have to find joy, because this is a permanent condition, it's not temporary. The vaccines are not going to work because scientists don't even know all the strains of COVID. So how is vaccine going to work when the strains are different? Um, I'm saying? It's common sense and it's science. Yeah, vaccines are not going to work. There's no scientific evidence that it's going to work in real life. So don't put hope in the vaccine. If it works, great. But don't think that it's going to work, and don't model your life, change your life thinking it's going to work, because it's like a gamble. It's like a gamble thinking that it's going to work, but it's like with all gamblers. They put their hope and they put their house on the line. They wager their car, their house, and they lose everything. So that don't be like these gamblers who gamble that vaccine will work. It's not going to work. Um, it's like how many people who gambled and stayed sane and it's made money. I mean, people lose money. House always wins. So yeah, COVID-19 is not going to win. Um, vaccine makers will make a lot of money off of it, lying through their teeth and telling us that it's going to work. But it's not going to work. I want to see the data, evidence that it works. They don't have it. In real life setting, not in lab conditions, in real life setting. Um, yeah, it's sad. Um, yeah, let's continue reading. The latest figure may be a harbinger or predictor of higher death tolls. Until this past week, Californians had topped 200 daily coronavirus-related deaths only 2 times. The number has been exceeded twice in the last 5 days. Yeah, so death is coming. Remember, we're only in December. We have December, January, February, March, April, May, June to go. And what? July 31, they had 214 deaths. So it's not like California is going to get better in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, California. 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 Yeah, if you live in California, you don't want to leave the state. It sucks to be in California. Property's expensive. You have COVID-19 death like every season. Like you're number one. Geez, who would want to continue living there? Nah, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. It's not funny because people are dying, but it's kind of funny because California used to be the state that everybody wanted to go to. Now Hollywood is shut down. You can't even go to California to be an actress. Everything is shut down. All the entertainment areas. It sucks to be in California. You know what I'm saying? Um, Property's high, everything's expensive, and everything's shut down. That's like the worst situation to be in. It sucks to be in California and COVID-19. I'm just stating the fact here. If you think it's cool to be California, Elon Musk left California for Texas. He's a smart man. You should follow him. um, yeah. California counties, second article, California counties run out of ICU capacity, predicted COVID-19 surge on top of a surge. Hits, death spiked dramatically. I mean, geez, they're talking about death spiking dramatically and breaking records, but it's only December. We have December, January, February, March, April, May, June to go. I'm predicting that California is going to have over 1,000 deaths every day, or maybe more than that. It's going to hit that at some point, maybe like in January, or even before January. Let's see. Let's keep track of California's death figures. So let me read the second article. Significant quotes. The long talked about surge on top of a surge seems to have arrived in California. For weeks, state, local, and national health officials, such as Dr. Anthony Fauci, had warned about already elevated COVID-19 numbers could be overtopped by a surge related to Thanksgiving travel and gather. Well, why didn't you require everybody to do 14 days of quarantine if they flew? I mean, geez. I mean, you only have like Governor Newsom to blame, right? Because he could have passed a law saying everybody flew must self quarantine for 14 days if he didn't do that. So you're to blame for not quarantining, self quarantining for 14 days, right? It's not like, um, because obviously, if you self quarantine for 14 days after you flew for Thanksgiving, this shouldn't be happening, right? Um, there are all these preventative measures to take. On Monday, Los Angeles, California health officials acknowledged its arrival as infections at both the state and county levels hit an all-time high. If there was any doubt about that assessment, Wednesday's numbers were confirmation. That's today's numbers are confirmation. California reported 30,851 new COVID, new daily COVID-19 infections on Wednesday. That's today. That's the highest number the state has ever seen. And in the flu season, 10% can die. So 3,000 of them can die in one day. So I guess we'll have a day in the future where we're going to have 3,000 Californians die in a day. It's going to be tragic. Yeah, don't wait until COVID-19 goes away to have fun and be happy. I mean, not fun, COVID-19 sensitive fun. Because it's here forever. COVID-19 is permanent. Yeah, it's permanent condition. What can I say? Um, yeah, it's sad. Yeah, it's permanent. Yeah, but what can you do? What are you gonna do? Be sad? What are you gonna do? Shoot yourself? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do that. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, geez, this is permanent. 365 days you have COVID-19. You're gonna have all those rashes under your mask because you're wearing it every day, especially in hot weather places like California. But what are you gonna do? This is a permanent condition. Just don't go outside. Well, hide the mask, when other people are looking. Or, or just wear the mask only when people are looking outside. I don't think it's required by law. You have to wear a mask outside all the time. But yeah, I feel bad for the women because they're gonna get all those rashes around the mask. Jeez, skin's gonna get all tough from all that sweating, rubbing against the mask. Jeez. Um, yeah, it's sad. It's not a happy time to be a woman in California, having to wear the mask all the time outside in hot weather. It gets hot under that mask, It's sweating, and things start growing. You may get dermatitis, permanent like skin condition under that mask. Oh man, it sucks. I mean, this guys having dermatitis, like skin condition, they can still get the girls. But when the girls have like skin condition, oh man, that's like almost impossible to get a guy. Um, yeah, but anyway, yeah. So I feel bad for the women out there, you know, but it's what it is. It's global pandemic, and it's not going to go away. And all the health experts are saying, even if vaccines work, you have to wear a mask. So you have to do everything that you're still doing now anyway. That's what they say. So yeah, yeah, it's pretty sad. Third article says Sacramento reasons ICU capacity falls below 15%. COVID stay-at-home order coming. Yeah, another region in California entering COVID-19 lockdown. But I do have to say, I respect Gavin Newsom for having these stay-at-home orders in place to save California lives. Because if these orders are not in place, so many more will die. Um, I'm predicting that like minimum 1 million will die in California from COVID. But if Gavin Newsom did not put these stay-at-home orders into place, they may have 2 million, 3 million die. So it's relative, right? Certainly fewer number will die. I feel bad for the women. They're no longer free. Their face is imprisoned inside their mask. It's kind of like the masks are like shackles that shackle them down. No woman is free in California because they have to wear a mask all the time. I think they have to wear a mask outside too, don't they? So they're basically a slave to the mask. What are you gonna do? You're gonna be sad about it? I mean, this is a permanent condition. It's not gonna change. So, you gotta live with it. Permanent position, permanent condition, permanent condition, permanent condition. COVID-19 is permanent, people. It's here forever. Adapt or go extinct. That's the science. Adapt or go extinct, right? Now there's a sky. Sky is the same color, same oxygen, same carbon dioxide. Yeah, sunrise is still beautiful. Sunset is still beautiful. Just like you have to wear a mask. You're like shackled under your mask. You're like imprisoned inside your mask. You're a prisoner to your mask. You're a slave to your mask. No one is free. Everybody has to wear a mask. You're a slave now. Everyone in the United States of America has become a slave to the mask. Yeah, think about it. You have to wear a mask when you go to buy food. You're a slave. You have to. You have no choice but to wear a mask. You're a slave to the mask. No one is free. No one is emancipated anymore in America. Everyone is a slave to the mask. When you feel like a slave to the mask, when you have to wear it everywhere you go, yeah, you are a slave to the mask. You're not free anymore. You are a slave to the mask. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna be sad about it? Come on. Don't worry. Be happy. Yeah. So we're in this together as slaves to our mask. All of us are slaves in America now. To our mask, we have to wear this mask. It's like branding, right? You have to wear a mask wherever you go. So we're all slaves now. There's no emancipation. There's no freedom really, because we all have to wear a mask wherever we go. Um, and this is a permanent condition, you know. Um, yeah, but you gotta find joy in Jesus. You gotta find joy in your family. If you're single, you should probably find a woman to marry and start your own happy family, because you can't really only socialize with people who live under your household, right? I mean, geez, it's like you can't really socialize with anyone else if you want to survive COVID. So yeah, that's how it is. Life is like that, yeah, but yeah. So married people are like, man, we really lucky we're married. Yeah, I feel bad for the single women. They're never going to be able to date again. You know, um, many of the women will have like this diaper rash in their face. Have you seen a diaper rash? Like if you change diapers of babies, sometimes babies have this diaper rash because it gets a little bit moist inside the diaper, and then you start having rash. So the women in America, especially in hot states like California, Florida, and Texas, they're gonna have these diaper rash in their face. Like when they take off their mask, they're gonna have these like rash. It's gonna be reddish. You know, it's gonna be it's gonna be a little bit gross. I don't know. Having rash. Like women having rash on their face. It's a little bit gross. Yeah, but that's gonna be like every woman in America who wears a mask will have this type of rash. Well, not every woman will, because if you keep your mask nice, clean, and dry, maybe you won't develop a rash. Although shearing and friction, it can give you a diaper rash. I mean, you may even develop a pressure wound. Yeah, I mean, you could develop like sores in your face, the cheeks and chin from your mask if you don't manage your face well. You just gotta make sure the mask is clean and dry, that it doesn't become like moist or humid inside your mask, because it could give you a diaper rash in your face. I mean, if you're married, you don't have to worry about it, because it's like you're with your husband. But if you're a single woman, oh man, this is like nightmare come true. Nightmare come true for you, because especially if you have sensitive skin. I know a lot of my female friends have sensitive skin. I mean, geez, it's going to be reddish. It's going to be bad. 'Cause, um, yeah, so I feel bad for you. If you're a single woman, you may never be married because of the diaper rash in your face. It's like that. Guys are shallow. Not too many men want to marry a woman with like a diaper rash in their face, which is permanent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no, you may be able to find some guy. I mean, don't get discouraged or anything, but guys are kind of shallow. You know. What can you do? God created us that way. Created us to be shallow. I mean, yeah, that's good points, right? Because we are shallow, if you're thin and pretty, we like, we fall for you. Um, but if we weren't shallow, I mean, geez, we'll be like, what's her personality? Does she have thoughts that make sense? You're gonna have all these criterion, and not all women are like get college degree or get PhDs. Men don't care whether you have college degrees or PhDs. Most men, when they want to marry you, right? They don't really care that much. They're as long as you're pretty and beautiful, somebody attractive to have sex with at night and have children with, somebody who's responsible enough to take care of your children and be a good woman. So but even all that isn't that important if you're pretty and thin. It's like 99% of what gets the men to marry a woman. So in a sense, it's it's predictable, right? So if you're a woman, men are simpletons, like the superficial simpletons. So you have to really stay thin, put some makeup on to look pretty, and then, you have some guy liking you. As long as you're smart enough to grab a guy to get him to marry you before 24. So guys are like, guys are not, that complicated. So just grab the guy you want. It's not that hard to get him. Um, yeah, I know women want like all kinds of, personality, sense of humor, blah, 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 blah. Guys are like, if she's pretty and thin, hey, it looks good for me. Guys are very simple. You don't have that many criteria, you know. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, oh yeah, the article, the Greater Sacramento region will be placed under the state's strictest shutdown order Thursday night. That's tomorrow night, 24 hours away. The new restrictions will require all restaurants to close outdoor dining. Oh yeah, outdoor dining will close. Because California is like summer, so you can eat outside, but they're going to close that down. And will force barbers, hair salons, and nail salons to shut doors. So not only will women have like rash on their face from the mask, women are going to not be able to do their hair. Women are not going to be able to do their nails. I mean, geez. It sucks, I guess. Well, I mean, I don't do my nails, but I know like women like to do their nails. I don't understand that. But women like to do their nails. I remember, going out for lunch with Megan LaSavage. She's pretty, blonde and blue-eyed, really pretty. And she's president of Graduate Nursing Society. And after lunch, she's like, she wanted to do her nails, and her pedicure and manicure. And I guess women like to do that. It makes them feel good. Um, you know, yeah, I guess it's more about women feeling good about themselves because for men, it's not that important. As long as you're pretty and thin. But I think for women, they care that their nails are really nice and their feet. It's more for the women than for the men. Doing the nails and pedicures. But I feel bad because like not only are women going to have like these rashes, they're not going to be able to feel good about by doing pedicures and manicures that they enjoy or doing their hair. Because I know women like to do their hair. Um, Now they won't be able to do that. So I wonder if women will get depressed because of it. I don't know. I'm a guy, so I don't know how women will feel because of these things that are happening. Nail salon shutting down, hair salon shutting down, having rash on their face. I wonder how they feel about it. Yeah. Well, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Jesus is still God. You'll always be God, you know. Um, well, if you're a single woman, you should probably worry a little bit, because this is going to be a permanent condition. And you should probably try to get yourself married off before you have the diaper rash on your face or some kind of skin condition, permanent skin condition develops. Because if you wear a mask, 365 days a year, it's bound to develop, some kind of skin condition, right? Um, yeah, it's going to be bad. I feel bad for you guys. So, be smart. If you love a guy, make sure, it's not like you have all the time in the world because you may get vaporized in your face. So grab that guy and make sure he puts a ring on you. Uh, yeah, work your feminine charm. So, permanent condition, everyone. COVID-19 is forever. Masks are forever. Maybe. We'll see. But Christmas is 16 days away. Yay! Christmas is 16 days away. Can I get a 5 on Christmas? Can I get a 5 on Christmas? Yeah, but make sure you get yourself married before you have permanent skin condition develop and you will not be able to marry anybody you want to marry. That'd be really sad, but that could be, I'm just, in all seriousness, I credit this show, COVID-19 Update by Heerak to help you and help your children. So if you are a mother of a daughter who's in a marriageable age, you should talk to your daughter about these things because, she may not be mature enough to comprehend what it means to develop a skin condition under a mask that could permanently alter the trajectory of her life. I mean, she may never be happy in her life because if she develops a permanent skin condition in the face, she may never be able to marry anyone she wants. Guys are simple. Guys are superficial. These things matter to guys. So, but once you're married, uh, it doesn't matter really. You know, so getting that ring is the most important thing for a woman. Um, once you get the guy to give you a ring, you and you put a ring on it, and you own it. So there's no stress anymore. Stuff is good. I'm glad that today's a techno day. Are you happy that today's techno day? Although you can't go clubbing, hey, you can listen to techno and come to do your dance moves at home. Burn up those calories. Remember, guys like thin women, to burn some calories. And stay away from chocolate and bonbons. They go to your hips. And thighs. You don't want to become thunder thighs before you're married. And you may not get married if you have thunder thighs. I don't know. Guys are superficial. Yeah. Well, I'm happy you tuned into my show, COVID-19 Update by Heerak for today. As you know, this is a daily show, so I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And I'll bring you more information you need to survive COVID-19 and to thrive in COVID-19. Because survival is not good enough. You need to thrive, right? So, yeah, I'll take care of you with this show. So tune in tomorrow, and I'll give you information you need. Um, I hope that you'll be well and that your children will be well too. See you tomorrow.